All right, that's more better. That's more like it. I believe we're making progress here. I make it real. Make it real for you guys. All right, so episode 12, day 8. Thank you guys for viewing. If you were a part of the original of the episode 8, this is a redo for episode 12. All rights are reserved on the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show. So, therefore, we can go ahead and get those out of the way. And this is, again, episode 12, day number 8 of the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show. And also that this is brought to you by the Evimeriaexpresshomes, LLC. Okay? So, without further more, I changed the subtitle today, but it's still going to be under the same last. So, 90 days cold calling challenge, making $50,000 in real estate foreclosure is what's stated, but we're dealing with pre-foreclosure. We're not dealing with foreclosures. The reason why it says foreclosures is because you can also purchase foreclosures as well. Now, there's 2 completely different status modes to that, and I'll explain. So when the property owner is in pre-foreclosure, and I'm only speaking specifically to my state, I would much hold it to you all that you seek a bar card holding, no different than a fisherman with a license that sticks his pole in the water, individual who has studied numerous amounts of hours inside of law and litigations, how highly noble and respectable those positions are, as you should rightfully so take a very sincerity of a standpoint in learning it for yourself as well, because there is no ignorance. Okay. The only ignorance there is the acceptance of being ignorant. And there's only a change of being ignorant by making a change to learn. All right. So I wanted to make sure I got that out of the way. Why is buying cheaper than renting? And the real estate myth busting. Thank you for the generator that has been provided by artificial intelligence for coming up with the amazing amount of information that we have presented here on today. Wouldn't be able to do it without open source that's open to everybody here, but the success is real. The success is tangible, and most certainly so that we are stand firm in what we believe, irremovable in what we believe, and what we know for knowledge and truth. Okay, so as long as that we are aware of those things and perspicacious of those things, because we are not accountable for the things that we cannot take on our external. We only take on the internal. And so long as our heart's intents are pure, we move with righteousness. Okay, so why do I say it in a manner such as that? Because I want to make sure I project the manner of what my show stands foundational on. Okay, I want it to be known that there's a multitude of individuals who can succeed from this exceedingly well, and they are going to do greatly by being able to duplicate the information that I'm giving you guys here, and that you're able to utilize it at the immediacy of my voice, as simultaneously as I stated, is something that you can take affirmative action on. Okay, because the recourse of action of success is that you did the work. Okay, so you do the work, there's rewards. The rewards that come from solving property owners' challenges in exchange for ownership is the reward. Okay, it's called humility. You humble yourself a little bit, they're gonna play and run you over. Okay, so why do I say that? Because I want to keep it super simple for you guys. This is not rocket science. Okay, we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the first go around. That software thing, something outside of my external. We are building here. I do see and have the vision that we're going to have our broadcasting studio. Just fermentate this in your mind. Let it be able to marinate a little bit so that you understand why I say buying is cheaper than renting, because I have the vision to be able to see all of this in real estate, because it's tangible and intellectual property. Why do I say these things? Because why does an individual who's watching the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show would ever take any kind of heed? Because it is tangible in a position if you are ready to make that action. That means that there's no old desperados. There are no old Monte Carlo driving individuals that are watching this. These are superior individuals who are elitists, who believe that they can make a change in this life. If you're about making change in a position where the system isn't broken, why do you need to fix it? Okay? We are here to project and state our understandings. Okay, so that is freeness in my speech. The consequentials of that are the fact that I believe that each one of you individuals who are on the sound of my voice are able to make $50,000 in this, so long as you put in the work to do it. Okay, so on tonight, I don't look to be before you guys long. I seek to be able to provide the value that I know I have, that you all can use for this evening. I'm excited to have you guys here. Thank you guys for coming in. I once again wanted to be known that this is the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show, that all rights are reserved from this show, and that we are brought to you by evimeriaexpresshomes. Okay, if you guys are looking for any reason under the sun to sell a home, any reason, you know somebody for any reason under the sun that needs to sell a home. If you know anybody who is looking, who feels as though that they are overworked and underpaid, okay, those are the elitists that I'm talking to. They're the difference maker. They are the catalyst to building corporations and building elites. Yes. There's an army already amongst us, guys. There's an army of us. We are built as a being, okay, as a species, to win. You don't believe it? Your body wakes up every day and fights. It fights for you to get up in the mornings. It fights to get you out of bed. The body fights for you to be able to get into the gym and be active. It fights for you to be able to write out your emotions and your thought processes on a daily basis. It fights for you to be able to read 10 pages a day and build your intellectual knowledge. Why am I saying this? What does any of this have tangibility to do with being able to buy and have it cheaper than renting? Because it makes sense when you're paying $1,000 a month and that you're not having to take on all of the responsibilities of a house and being the ownership. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. It buys your time back. And who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to those individuals who are under the standings that they are not needing to work 40s, work 40 hours, to work for 40 years, for 40% less than what they were making when they were actually working, and or getting up at the age. Those individuals that I'm talking to, they are the, yes, you are high. You are high. High. He is high. No, Kyle is high. Please, by all means, let Kyle be high. Because Kyle gets it. He understands it. He knows what I'm referencing about. It's okay. I get it. Please, by all means, Kyle, keep your some tomatoes beside you, because if it ever gets flunky, I want you to start throwing them, okay? Make sure you don't miss, because I catch all my hits. So, but Kyle, you have to do it in a layman's terms. You're not making this any easier on the young fella. You got to take it easy on me on the go around, all right? But anyhow, making $50,000 is not a hard thing. I want to talk a lot about the money circumstantials, but I don't care about the money. The title is the title, but I'm more certainly focused on directly being able to provide a service. that corporations would be able to come amongst this. Yes, unliving beings could come amongst this and be able to adhere to my voice, a living voice. I know you are, god darn you, handsome gentleman. You're fine by me, sir. You're good. I would rather have you on live, but I know you're super busy. It's okay. Anyways, because I got to get this message across. I want you guys to get it. I want you guys to know that there's a means inside of being creative in the market. And a lot of what was said in the very first portions of this video makes more sense. But if you didn't catch what I said in the very first go around, I want you to catch the previous episode. Okay. So what are we here to do? For 90 days, I have set out for the responsibility of being consecutive in my speakings amongst individuals who are facing either financial hardships, divorces, and or simplistically, it may even be a probate where there was no original will set up, and that the inheritance inside of the property needs to be found amongst an executor and an individual who will inherit the property and who will be made responsible for the property. I would defer to those individuals who are bar card holders in your city and state to find out the jurisdictional status of how they operate in a means of dealing with probates. I would also advise you to adhere to individuals who have the honorability to make those stances and those decisions on whether or not who can make the status basis on the codes and what regulatories, because there's a shortening of your chain when you do not understand what the presentment that you can have before you that is shown in black and white, that when you're looking to buy a home or rent a home, you're presented with a piece of paper in which that you can exchange for a tangible asset, because the system that we are operating on is a monopolistic perspective. Okay, so in a layman's terms, we are able to buy and sell and barter amongst each other as beings to be able to speak to other individuals who may not have the knowledge and resources. I'm pointing up here, but I notice you guys can't have it. You guys don't have it here. It's down here for you guys. You guys have the accessibility to these things. And because I want to bring it to you guys live, it challenges me as a being, as a living being, a living species, to be able to present this information to you guys before you in a fashion where it is absolutely not of a peculiarity. But however, because I'm an individual who's peculiar in this circumstantial, it can be taken a bit of a differential of an emotional perspective. So you guys are able to be weighted in the direction with your servitude understood that you can win with the information that you are gaining from here. For the clarity's sake of disclosure, you guys are not awarded $50,000 for just coming and listening to this, okay? You are rewarded with the potentiality to earn $50,000, up to $50,000 if you put the work into it. There's a potentiality that could be sponsored for you to make $15 an hour doing laborsome work for another unliving being corporation in which can provide to you a sustainable living for a matter of the time that you are awarding them the exchange of your time for the value and consideration. And that consideration is being able to provide that time. Okay, and that resource and the environment in which you are going to provide a service to others under that establishment. Okay, super simple. I want to lay out the disclosures. My apologies if my disclosures aren't as polished as they could be. I know that I can do a lot better with my polishing, but if you're just going to be that kind of a sleepy guy, I'm not for you guys. I'm for the individuals who are here watching this show, who are winning by what I say. If you are winning already in this successfully, Kyle, please, by all means, thank you for being handsomely present for my show. And keep your tomatoes side by side if I start saying things ridiculous, all right? If I say something that is insane, please, by all means, just let me know. I got a few cucumbers down at the market that you guys can go and shove up your ass. Love you guys. It's heartfelt, please, by all means. I love you guys. You guys can say the same about me if you guys said anything ridiculous. Make sure to hold you guys accountable, right? And this is live, so I want to make sure you guys get this. I want to make sure that you guys know why I'm calling these individuals, give you guys the disclosures, understanding of why buying is mostly relatively inexpensive to actually renting. If you are in a position where you are already winning with this, please, by all means, share with others amongst yourself how you are winning community over competition. I can say these things on the live and be able to get individuals who are, they're not talking spit. They're giving their best, which I need them to. I need them to be presently, so that they know that it's real. I need them to know that this is not just something that I'm coming up with. I'm able to provide it to you guys, and without me being able to go over the time limits that I have set amongst, I want to go ahead and get started into what we're doing. Today, I'm going to be coming out of the calendar. The calendar has presented a multitude of properties in which we can commonly speak in concerns of, in which there's probably thousands of homes in your backyard, in which you are listening to me in Wisconsin, you listen to me in Kentucky, you're listening to me in Missouri, you're listening to me in Germany and in Switzerland, and you want to learn how the American dream works. So you want to be able to come and be a non-citizen of the states, and you come and you want to buy up all our properties. Please, by all means, I am open to the no borders. Okay, I want you guys to know that I don't wear a red sleeve or blue sleeve. I want you to know I wear my sleeves. Okay, I put my pants on and my socks on. Okay, I put my underwear on over top my pants. Okay, you know, if you ever seen me out in the streets, you know what I'm talking about. That's how I move. Okay. When I'm out moving around, when I'm motivated towards moving in the path in which you guys are moving properly. Okay, I'm not just having you guys looking crazy out there. I'm not having you guys use a vernacular that's far beyond your vocabulary. I want you guys to get it that this is a fundamental level. Okay, why do I say that? Because buying is just no different than selling. The only difference where you're buying real estate is that you're probably buying it improperly. Okay, the traditional means, as been stated, you're out in the market in which provided to you, where you are seeking for a home where the demand is, and there's an individual who could supply that demand, and in which there's a third party encounter which can provide that service to you to bring that property to you a lot more seamless and with the process. Yes, I'm speaking in the happenstance of realtors and real estate agents who are a keynote of my business, who are sharpening their knives. I feel so sauntered in my being when I'm moving around amongst you all that I get to meet more powerhouses of realtors and powerhouses of investors and powerhouses of actual bar car holders, because bar car holders are what we need. We need more honorability in this business. I want more honorable businessmen. We need more Kyles in this business. We need more individuals like that. I want you guys to understand me where I'm coming from. I'm not making any flaunts. I can't do a flaunt. You guys know it's not in my heart to be anything outside of myself. So I want you guys to get it, even if I had to bring it at the level in which it is coming to you at. All right. So my 90 days cold calling challenge consists of bringing you guys to a creative aspect to the markets in which there has been a disruptive or a inconsistency, where there's a differential in pricing. So there's a market value for pricing, and there's also what a barter of an exchange. Okay, a commodity of exchange, economics that we can go over for years amongst years for Friedrich Hayek's sake. Okay, now, with that being noted, I want to present to you guys how I go about being able to acquire my properties that has led me success. Okay, so if I need a nice disclosure, me success, how this helps me win here. I am only but here when I talk to you guys, but when you see me, I am here. Okay, I don't know all of this. I need Kyles in this. I need the gentlemen who are mentoring me. I need the individuals who are placing regulatories. I need you guys. Need you guys. Because why? Life's not black and white. So without preaching, without getting in further the deference. So as I've stated before you, this 90-day challenge is brought to you by I am Irvin MALACHI-RESEAN. It is funded by the evimeriaexpresshomes LLC. We are here to solve property owners' challenges in exchange for ownership and control of the property. Buying is mostly inexpensive to renting. As from a landlord's perspective, I'm telling you guys that it is buying me more homes every single time you pay your rents. I get it when you guys are in a financial rut. There's opportunities out there for you to create those financial positionings in which you are currently tailoring them for your circumstantial today. I'm going to show you guys how to do that from a very fundamental level, low barrier to entry level, for just your common individual who can come in and do a simple analysis of reading, writing, and also arithmetic if necessary. And I'm telling you guys, you don't need any experience inside of real estate. You don't need to use any of your own cash. You don't need to use only your own credit. I need you to just come with an open mind. Can you guys have an open mind like Kyle? Can you guys have an open mind like Kyle, please? Please have open minds like Kyle. All right? Kyle has an open mind. I need you guys to be more like Kyle. Okay? Kyle has an open mind. Kyle has the success because he's open-minded. Okay? Let's give Kyle a round of applause, please. And Mr. Hillbilly, please, by all means, keep an open mind so that we can continuously build together. We are a unit here. Okay, we are helping individuals to solve their financial troubles. That's what we're all here for. We're here together to unite and link together because we can't do this without each other. I'm telling you, as a human species, we are not able to do this alone. So there's individuals out there paying rents, landlords can't make money. Without landlords creating opportunity, there's not going to be many individuals that are buying houses. There's not going to be commercial buildings available for anybody to be living and moving or traveling amongst. I'm telling you guys, it is human civilization. So when I say to you that buying is most inexpensive to renting, when I say to you that being in position to give you guys this knowledge at a 90 days challenge and being able to do this at a access that is not awarded to everyone. Okay, third parties are in Kazakhstan and Zimbabwe, and they don't have access to this knowledge, and I want to make sure that you guys have it. Those who are under my algorithms, I want you guys to get it, because there's a reason why you guys are hearing this tonight. So being though that you guys are still with me, why don't we just go ahead and see in action what this is like? You guys have came here for that, right? All right, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. Please refer. We are going global, guys. I have the vision that this video here is going to be amongst thousands, the multitude. I'm not talking about the 98% who don't care. I want the 2% who care, the 2% who want change, the 2% who are tired of living the underdog. I'm rooting for you guys. The underdog lifestyle, that people who say that there's no rags to riches lifestyle. I want you guys to have that firm belief that you can make it out of anything, okay? And even if you don't have any of your own cash today, you have no money today, you are dead broke, you are poor, you feel like a loser, okay? I'm here to tell you can make it. I'm here to tell you that you can win. I'm here to tell you that there's a win for you, even in cold calling. Because guess what? If you check out episode 1 and 2, we talked about Netter Online. We talked about how to be able to present to property owners, how to go about getting our leads, using Netter Online to use the tax assessor site to gain access. And today I want to show you guys that even if you are in a position to utilize the means that are performing on debt obligations with what I present to you, whereas if you're provided a bill of exchange, meaning there's a bill that comes to you and it is short in synopsis that has a coupon on it that you may pay a mortgage note, that you could be able to be presented with an opportunity to be paid the total amount in which is owed rightfully to you. There is, a means, of course. There is a means for you to be able to recoup those investments. There is a means to do it as long as you utilize the system. But I want to give you guys the fundamentals. Okay. So how do I do so? I'm going to teach you guys those days. Thank you guys for viewing. If you guys want this access to this information, please, by all means, you can get in contact with me via my email, which is public access, via my private access of it. So you guys are able to have this readily available. Again, this is a public domain right here. Google is a public domain, but guess what? I only have a privatized access to be able to provide you guys the information, if that makes sense. So open source. Thank you, artificial intelligence. All right, now I got those disclosures out the way. I feel more soothed now. I feel more able to be able to present you guys what I am here for this evening. I feel as though that if I was to be able to sit in front of the president and teach him how to buy real estate, I believe that this is how I would do it. If I were sitting in front of someone who was down and out and had no other means of being able to bring in income, they didn't know what to do, I'd say, you know what, buckle up your seatbelt, bucko, because we're about to take a runway to the fun way. We're about to go make us some big kahunas. Yes. We're about to make us some big kahunas. You ready? Hope you're ready. This is live. All right. So where I'm coming out from this evening is the calendar again for duration purposes for you guys. We are getting started on this. I'm actually going to run this one all the way out tonight. We're not going to do an hour tonight. We're going to do as long as I can. We're going to see how long until this thing shuts off or I get tired. Let's see what happens first.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
Okay, guys. So when you get one of those, after you have used Netter Online, you checked out episode number 1 and 2, and it all starts to make sense, right? You guys are finally making your phone calls. You've done your due diligence on the property, because that's the number one thing we do first. We check out the property. This property that I'm looking at is a lead that I've been following up with. It's in my calendar. It is still a fresh, organic lead. I do not suppose that I've spoken to them before. They're fresh to me. I've done enough due diligence in the property, whereas it is either showings of signs that they are maybe in distress, okay? Which means I've either driven past that property doing what's considered driving for dollars. If I'm driving for dollars, I'm out looking for liquidated or dilapidated properties or fixer-uppers, or there's synonyms galore for them, but I just call them dilapidated crack houses, okay? Or just crack houses, okay? I also look for, while I'm driving out, maybe something, a caving roof, maybe some gutters that are falling off the house, maybe the windows are boarded up, grass is yay high, they may be going through a divorce. There could be many of reasons. There's nothing in particular. Nothing. There's no subject that we're looking for. We're looking for a challenge that we can solve. We're keeping in resonance at the very front of our lobe, what we call our frontal lobe. We are remembering that building our neuroplasticity, and that just means is we're broadening our thinking. Remember, you guys got open minds, right? We're broadening our thinking, and we are finding means to be a solvents to a challenge. How do we know they're going through a challenge? Well, there's many showings that we could use of that. Maybe we got in contact with, so we watched one of the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN videos, and he said to go to a divorce lawyer, and if they're facing a challenge or a hardship, whereas they have to give up half of their love life to be able to soothe in a monetary sequence to provide value to the other individual for the loss of liquidated damages, and which is also known as a divorce, and that is solvents of that, and she gets her half and he keeps his. Or that's my definition, not anybody else's. My definition, okay? My definition, disclosure, I'm not going to do these disclosures, okay? I got a constructive opinion here, just so you guys are aware. There is also means of probates. Probates are a bit more of a different kind of stance. These are accessible down at your circuit court clerk's office. You could go down there and you can ask them about their probate office. See if they have a provided list of individuals who are were not presented with the will at the time of their death, and the publication has presented that there was a death and the individual had owned assets, and in which being so that there was no will, that you could come in and absolutely offer to them an opportunity to capitalize on the equity that they have in their property. Equity being the certain amount of dollar after all expenses are gone and after what the value of the property is. That is your equity. So the value of the property and the amount of asset or the amount of expenses that there are. That is your equity. So you got a mortgage for $80,000. Property's worth $100,000. Your equity is at $20,000. Okay, super simple, right? I told you guys it was gonna be fundamental, not rocket science. I told you guys we're gonna boil it all the way down, scientific. All right, I'm gonna get it down to a science for you guys. You're gonna get all the knowledge that you guys need to necessarily to be successful in this. And I don't want to over exaggerate this. I don't want this to be something that seems as though it's got to be sophisticated. No, I want you guys to get the raw. Get it raw. Oh, did it again. So I love doing that. What I am more pertaining to in my real estate business that has helped successfully win for me is that when I know that there's individuals who are needing my service, okay, there's one thing of a want, there's another for a need, right? They need my service and they want my service. You know why they want my service? Because they are provided a untraditional manner in which the markets are changed. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, if there's individuals who are collecting on which that there's interest that is rightfully owed to the banks, rightfully owed to the banks. What is interest? Interest is the exceeding surplus on the principal in which that is not accounted for. It's interest. It's a gain. Okay, the gain in it is that there was a principal that was provided and it must be returned. In many cases, we call it usurp. Okay, which is sinful. We pridefully and proudly assure that banks are rightfully given their interest. No, we do not work for the banks in what I do. What we simply are doing here is giving them a confession that you guys are rightfully owed this amount. Please take this amount and accept what we're giving you and in consideration, and please return value back to us. Accept for value and consideration and return it for value. Okay, I want to keep it at a super simple low barrier to entry here. And when the banks receive those monetary funds, they're going to reimburse, rightfully so, the total amount in which they should be given that was not a donation. Okay, I am willing to show and teach this information. I'm not a lawyer. This is completely legal. I am willing to go and find regulatories based off of an attorney. Okay, I will give you an attorney in law, and you can go with that attorney in law. Not mine. I'd pick for me. But if you have one of your own, then great. Ask them about it. If they free and willingly tell you about it, great. I am strictly here to speak and hone into the individuals who need this knowledge at a very fundamental basis. Okay. For those of you who are listening to the sounds of my voice, who have no clue what the heck I'm talking about, other than knowing that we're here to do 90 days cold calling challenge and support and to be able to earn income, I am simply stating that the banks earn interest on the money in which they loan out to individuals, and on that principal of the balance, they are owed rightfully the interest. The principal goes towards the payment of the property. Okay, we are able to earn our funds by means of acquiring the property. In acquiring of the property, there's means of absolutely 100% of us being compensated for our services, in which that we can either keep the property owner in the property, and or in the means of the possibility, or what I like to do is considered called creative financing, in which I can take over the existing mortgage and in which I may cash out the complete mortgage via a means of performing on the debt obligations that are before. And when I perform on those debt obligations, I am performing with a means of my endorsement, which has a rightful so of saying how those funds will be paid out. Okay, I want to keep it super simple here. I want to make sure you guys get it in a layman's terms. Okay, I don't want you guys to feel this is too sophisticated of knowledge. I don't want it to feel like this is too antiquated where there's not enough information here. I want you guys to have a leveling here. Okay, how does this make sense for the layman's if they're not winning, right? So in the layman's terms, you can take your rents, you can turn them into profits simply by doing what's called creative financing. If you are currently renting out your home, you could rent a room out in your home. It's creative. Okay, you are creatively financing the living status of your home. If you are an individual who says, I am not renting out a room in my house to live in if I let somebody else who I do not know, well, we have Airbnb. Okay, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, you can search individuals who are looking to rent their homes out. You can find the disparity in the market where the rents may be calling for $2,800 and this individual is only looking for $1,400, $1,500, $1,600. You make the capitalization $1,300, $1,400 or shucks math, $600, $700 a potential profit. Of course, there's going to come with fees. There's of course coming with overhead. Those things happen because you are in business. However, what I am looking to help you all with, and I have to get back to my calls. What I'm looking to solve in your challenge is that you are getting off the fence of what we're doing here, broadening your horizons so that it makes sense. How I go about doing this in a deeper manifestation to manufacture my properties is a completely it's real in the market. What do I mean by that? Because I have to make sure I explain everything here. I want you guys to figure so in your minds, right? When you're renting, right, you had to sign something. And when you sign that something, you put something on it, called it an endorsement. When you endorse it, that means you are now rightfully securing something, an interest. Okay, what is an interest? It's beyond the principal. Okay, what that principal is rightfully owed is to whom you are paying it to. All right. Now, the principal base is what keeps the collateral in place. That collateral is the placeholder for that being. Now, if you are dealing with property owners who are facing financial troubles, the individuals are facing financial troubles, whatever those troubles that may underlying be, they are still living inside of a box that has a cap on the top of it, and they are beings inside of it that are facing challenges. Why do I say that in that manner? Because I want to make sure it's absolutely given to you guys straightforward how this works. All right. So if you have secured an interest inside of a box with a signature, you have the secured interest inside of that box. Okay. Now, with that box that you're going to utilize to your best performance is simple. you're going to now allocate that collateral over to another individual in which who will either live, abide in that property, and or they may do something of a similarities that may be co-part to which you are doing. Okay, they're arbitrarily signing over that right to another individual, and or what we call an assignments fees, or well, that's exactly what we call them. We call them assignment fees. Now, in the case that may be, we may be just assigning our equitable interest in those properties. Equitable interest. Remember, guys, equitable interest. The equity that's in the home is what we're taking. So use my examples that I love so much. J. Joe, my investor. I gotta get me a nice little whiteboard so I can do this too. J. Joe is going to be out buying properties down at your local circuit court or even district court. Sometimes it's at district court. Out at the district court office, in which they are going to bid on properties. So they say that he purchased a $250,000 property. He put down an earnest money deposit for $5,000. And or whatever the earnest money deposit, EMD, earnest money deposit is just earnestly showing the interest that they are seeking to purchase or bid on that which they are securing. It does not always necessitate down to real estate. You can put earnest money deposit down for housing, buying houses. You can do earnest money deposit for shucks. I don't know, a couple. All right, I don't know why you would do something simply like that, but I'm pretty sure there's reasons behind. To hone it in here, where we are as far as Mr. J. Joe has bid on a $250,000 property for 4 beds, 2 baths. Now, let's say Mr. J. Joe knows that this property could potentially sell for, I don't know, $400,000, right? So Mr. J. Joe is going to invest in this property, put all his hard works and eggs in one basket, hoping that this may potentially be something in the ladder. It could be something. I don't know. I don't believe in just like the whole coincidental thing, but sometimes they win big, sometimes they lose. It's however much work they put into it. It's work. Okay. Now, what you as the investor are doing down here, you're going to talk to Mr. J. Joe. You can open your mouth and you can say, hey, look, Mr. J. Joe, please don't use my name. If you want to use my name, it is copywritten. If you have not heard that in my previous episode, I'm going to let it be known now. You're more than welcome to use it, but make sure don't F around and find out that it's copywritten and you're sitting in front of my Schedule A's and you're paying me a nice handsome fee for using my name. Good luck. Now, with that being noted, Mr. J. Joe had already put his money in his property, right? He probably never seen the property a day in his life. He just bought it off the market. I bought it off the slab of auctions. All right. Never met the previous property owner who was in the house. Never did any of that. Right. But you're here to strictly provide him a service. You say, hey, Mr. J. Joe, my name's MALACHI-RESEAN with evimeriaexpresshomes. Just noticed you just auctioned on that property. You just bought that property at 4 bed, 2 bath for $250,000. I was just wondering. I was also curious. You know how curious I am, right? Oh, just follow me here. I know that you are buying properties in the 23513 area code in Norfolk, Virginia, and you just bought that one for $250,000, in which you put $5,000 down, and in which now that you put that $5,000 down, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna let it sit there? You're gonna let it grow mold? Or you're gonna go and fix it, flip it? What are you gonna do with your intentions? So I tell you what, don't even worry about it. You have your own intentions. I literally say this to people. You have your own intentions. How about I bring you some properties? How about I bring you some properties that you can buy and you're not even gonna pay that price? How about I bring you a property that that may be a little bit more on the inexpensive side than what you just spent here? Would that be interesting to you? That's saving you time, money, and energy. You don't have to run out. You don't have to buy property sight unseen. You don't have to do all the extra legwork. I'll do it. I will take it upon myself to get it done for you. Okay? Doesn't sound like a bad deal, does it? It doesn't. You know why? Because it's providing value to him. He doesn't have to spend any of his time. He doesn't have to go out to an auction at 9 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or 3 in the latest one I heard like 4 o'clock. They don't have to go out and spend that time. All right. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go out and no, I ain't talking about hustling and busting. I'm talking about actually going out and driving for dollars, like we've been talking for the past 40 minutes. we are going, or real estate for the past 40 minutes. You're going to go out and conduct business. You're going to go out and go shopping almost as if he's giving you his credit card. God darn it, I don't keep mine's local. As if he's giving you a credit card to go and buy and endorse his name on it. You're going out and buy for the buyer. That's all you're doing. You're buying for the buyer, right? You buy for the buyer, and you go and you find Miss Sarah Sue. How did you know? How did you find Miss Sarah Sue? Well, you went and driven down 123 Main Street, or you went down Main Street and you stopped by 123, noticed that the house was dilapidated, decided to watch the I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show, saw that he used Netter Online, used the public access to the database, in which is at your locale. I would wish for you guys to check for your local states and regulations, by all means. And you noticed that Miss Sarah Sue had some debt owed to this property. She may have owed $15,000 on the mortgage remaining. All right, Miss Sarah Sue's probably house is probably at $125,000. From your research. How did you do research? You went and got a realtor. Where'd you find a realtor? You went to realtor.com, like I Am Urban Malachi-RESEAN show said. And when you went to realtor.com, you went and called yourself up a realtor. You say, hey, Mr. Realtor, my name is Malachi Urban. I'm solving real estate challenges, looking to close on another 3 to 5 deals, hoping that I can work with a professional such as yourself. And I'm looking forward to work with a professional because I need him to bring me at least some pocket listings that he's about to list on the market. Remember our conversation earlier about listing properties on the market, bringing in disparities, putting them on the market so that other individuals may see them and they be broadcasted, right? This is what you this is who you're talking to. Right, you're talking to that person. Well, as though that be the case, I just wanted to know, could you possibly send those pocket listings that may fit my buying criteria? And in exchange to that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you properties that don't really fit my criteria. I'm going to tell you what, these properties probably don't fit my criteria to the point that if you list them, you're going to make some money. And you know what? If you want to decide to bring me, a nice referral fee for it, great, I'll take it. But I really just want to do business with you. I want to have someone sharp. That's all I'm looking for, someone sharp. And they say, well, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good deal. That's value to me. I don't got to go out and, look for properties to put on the market. You're going to bring them to me and I can list them and post them the same day and they can close within about a week or so or whenever they decide to close. Sure. I'll give you some pocket listings to see if this thing works or not. And I'll provide value to you. Boop, you got off the phone. Now you got back on the phone with Sarah. Hey, Miss Sarah Sue. So I just wanted to know. I know that you're about $15,000 in back tax. I'm just curious. Would you be interested in selling your home? Would that be something that you'd be interested? Because I'm in the market for buying homes, and I would really like this to be one of my homes. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Miss Sarah Sue says, well, I was thinking about selling it. It's hard. The $15,000. I owe $15,000. You're absolutely right. So why don't we do this? I want to sell it. I want to sell it to you. And they say, and she says, well, I'll sell it to you, and if you could pay the back taxes on, I'll sell it to you for $80,000. There you go. You got a deal. You're gonna sell it. She's gonna buy it for 80, or you're gonna buy it for 80. And if your buyers are already buying houses for $250,000 in that area, in that 235-103 area, all you're gonna do is make the arbitration between your seller, who is now going to go under what's considered as a purchase agreement, your common law country, which is giving you the rights to equitable interest to the property. You're going to place that into what's called escrow, a title company, right? That title company is now going to do a thorough background check, a title examination. Yes, sometimes it's even done by attorneys. Check with your local state, find out. And now, while they are doing so and doing a title examination, you can now assign those rights when the property comes back, the title comes back free and clear with no liens and encumbrances, because what? You know that there was $15,000 on there, but your buyer is going to cover it, right? So your buyer is going to be in $95,000 all in for this property that's probably can sell for, he thinks it's going to be worth $150,000. He bought a house on $250,000 at the auction, but he just bought your house for actually what's valued at that time, right? So they make the difference. So if he's able to make a little money on the back ends, and you're able to make a nice little higgling of a deal in there, why not might make 10 grand on the deal? Let's make it reasonable numbers here. 95,000. Let's call it 95,000, right? Call it at 95,000. All in. You buy the property. Property's worth 150. Is that not a deal, guys? Is that not how 45 grand is made? I didn't make the extra 5,000. You know why? Because you gotta make sure that you got a nice little hidden of a deal. Make sure that you put to your next deal. That's where your 5 grand's gonna go. I wanted to make sure you guys had that part in there. All right. I made that nice little nugget for you guys. You see how I did that? Added value there. That's how we do things around here. I provide value wherever value could be provided at. All right. Now, you've done that. You've done your deal. You've successfully done it. Now you want to get to the next deal. All right. I'm going to explain this in a super rapid, fast means. So you found the buyer, or you found your buyer, and there we go. So you found your buyer, and then you went out and you sourced for him some properties. You found Mr. Sue. You put Mr. Sue in a purchase agreement. You assigned your equitable rights over to Mr. J. Joe. Mr. J. Joe closed on your property through your escrow title company, and you made yourself $45,000. 50,000. Put the 5,000 somewhere else. You know, make sure you got some money in your pockets to spend well. Now, what we're doing here for is the timing that I've already been allotted for you guys and explaining that. I want to make sure that you guys have another hour or so into this because I like to explain these things in a very expository way.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Let's do some co-house, shall we? I enjoy being here. This is so fun.
Please leave your message for 41073684474.
Good evening, Mr. Joseph. This is Malachi with evimeriaexpresshomes calling in concerns of your property on Writers Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. I was curious if you're still owning that property and wanted to sell. I'm interested in buying the property. If you give me a call back, I would like to discuss your options. If you'd like to get in contact with me, my number is 202-878-3736. Once again, that number is 202-878-3736. It'd be greatly appreciated and hope to hear from you in due time. Take care. Bye-bye. Woo! I think we were high noting on that one, guys. We were altos on that one. I tell you that really works. You guys watch Tony Robbins. It really works. That manifestation really works. You manifest what you put your mind to. All right, guys. Don't have a number for this one, so you guys know the drill. You guys know what we're gonna do. We're gonna use our handy dandy local tax assessors for this property. Of course, I'm projecting it to you guys because we're still gaining the knowledge to utilize the software to our best extent of ability. And guys, StreamYard, if you guys are watching this, thank you guys for first watching. If you guys are still with me, like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Please share this live with someone who could use this to maybe potentially gain and earn some money. Want to find out how to make $50,000 in a short span of period. Obviously, most individuals, I can do this on paper because it's so super simple how this happens. Most individuals probably make no more than $50,000 in a year. Let's say at best you call about 50 people. Let's say you call about 50 people in a month. or 50 people in a day. Yikes. 50 people in a day. Let's say about I'm at 20% of those are at best are going to be potential leads or just leads in general, somebody that maybe answered the phone, and let's just say only one of those actually turns into a deal. Now, let's say average wholesaler makes about 20,000 per deal, because I don't want to make anything less than 20 grand. I feel like you're wasting your time if you're making less than 20,000 a deal. Just my take on it. You're really into doing all of this work. I know. The labor sums in the back. The losers in the back are saying, "Oh, that's a lot of work." No, it's not a lot of work. It's just tedious tasks take for tedious people. I get it, but here, 20,000 is a reasonable price for making money, especially if you're running a big company like evimeriaexpresshomes. You have to cover overhead. You have individuals that you have to take care of under your care, and then of course you see how we're watching. Do you guys see how we're doing this video here? All right. We have to make some money here. All right. To keep this thing here running, we got to make some money. So 20 grand works for us on a deal, right? Make it, break it, 20,000 for what may take me no more than an hour to do. Let's say at best 20,000 is what I make. That means I only have to do at best 3 deals, right? To make $60,000, right? But if I'm calling 50 people a day and I'm only getting about 20% of my leads covered, right? 20% of my conversion are into leads. That means it would only take me 1 year. Oopsie. Make sure my math is math, because you guys know I'm not the best mathematician. Goal was to make 50 a day, calling people 50 leads a day. Sweet sounds. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Joseph.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Joseph?
Hey, what's up?
Doing pretty good. The reason I'm calling is I'm calling to see if I could where we could meet to be able to push the needle forward.
What are you talking about?
Are you still owning the property in Baltimore City?
Which one?
Oh, you have more than one.
What's the address?
I'm actually curious in any of them that you were looking to sell.
You're looking for property or land?
More so property, but we can talk about the land too. Let's start with what you have on hand. You have an address I can go by?
The only thing I have left is a land on retail, on Retail Avenue. It's subdivided for 4 townhouses. It's on MLS. Contact the agent.
It's on the market.
Yep.
All right. Well, I would potentially say it'd probably be best if you leave it on the market, see what you can get, because I may not be best fit for that.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. But what about? Oh, wow, that was intolerably rude. So we're just gonna dial him back and say, well, what other properties do you have?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right. We'll do a follow-up call with him. Give him a couple of days. Let it freshen up. He said he had other properties as well. I was really intrigued by the other properties. I wanted to see what other properties he was gonna pass it to me. He didn't negate any other properties. And I wanted to use the property that he has stated to me. But if it's on the market, guys, I'm not a fan of like trying to buy. You can buy properties on the market. Do not get it misconstrued. But it is the realtor's full intent to get market value. Hear me clear. It is the realtor's full content to ensure that they can get their client the best bang for their buck. Okay, the best dollar for their value. Okay. They are going to do the best to get the top dollar of value. I'm not going to get best deal if I go and speak to a realtor. You can go and speak to them. They can negotiate it with you. You can send them a nice go through the process of buying it through a realtor through the traditional means. I'm telling you guys, it's just not simply something I do here. I do not I love my realtors. You guys know I speak very highly of my realtors. And they know that I will put them out there. I want to put them out there so badly, but you guys are going to overload them. I know you guys are. So they're my realtors. So I get to send them more of my properties, and they get to list my properties. But however, find you one, get you one close, near and dear, take them out to lunch. I'm telling you guys, it changes your life. You meet these individuals, they become family. Your realtors, your buyers. These individuals are investing in you, whether it be time, energy, or money. In most case scenarios, their time and their money, in which they're not getting paid up front, but they're potentially getting paid with the timing of the sale of the property. So I'm a firm believer that you are gaining when you acquire, and then you do not collect, or you do not make a profit until you collect. All right. So you make the money up front when you buy, but then you collect profits, or when you collect, you make a profit. Back to my note. So we want to make $50,000, right? We're doing 50 phone calls a day. Doing it for 30 days. 1,500 calls in a month. I did it by the daily rate. I want to make sure I do it. I want to do it by the monthly rate. Let's see. I do 1,500 calls in a month. Let's say at best, I do 20%. At 20%, I'm getting about 300 leads that are converted into potential leads. Remember, guys, what is a lead? We have phone called them 3 times, and they may not have answered, but we sent them a voicemail text. And if they didn't respond to us in that manner, then we had shot them a mailer, or we went and door knocked them, and or we sent them a gentle reminder of a text. Okay, I know I did those out of order, but again, I'll do them just for the sake of this recording. Phone calls, I do it 3 times. I do a voicemail, and then I do a gentle text reminder, and then I either send them a letter in the mail, and I door knock them. Each one of the 5, I normally get to them, and assurance. Please email. I want to say this. I got an individual to email me, and you guys know a lot of individuals hardly use their emails unless you're like a CEO or a student or something in the nature of a productivity of a citizen. But to find an individual who hardly uses email and to actually like respond to you via email is so amazing. Like I'm honed. Ooh, that's what I do. I figured it out, guys. So it changes when I lift my head. Good. Nice. I didn't know that. You learn something every day. So teaching or educating you guys on the fact that getting them to respond to your emails is important. It's very imperative to getting in touch with these individuals. So we're looking at 300 leads, and let's say at best 300 leads. Let's say I only make at best 3 to 5 of those deals. So I'm looking at my 3 to 5 deals from just out of 1,500 phone calls in a month. Oh my gosh. I'd set up 4 hours a day to knock out at least about, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20 phone calls. If I'm not even aiming to hit 50,000, maybe I just need to cover an electric bill. I don't know how much is electric bill now a month. My tenants pay my rent, so my tenants pay my electric bill, and they pay all the fun stuff. So I don't get to look at that stuff. But let's say at average best, you just need to make $3,000 a month, right? So at best $3,000 a month. Let's say that you go out and you call 30 people, right? And you're calling 30 people on a daily basis, right? You call 900 people in a month. At best, 20% of those, let's say at 18 of them become a lead. And let's say at best that somewhere between that 18 of those individuals, let's say 1 or 2 of them become a lead. Let's say if those, at best, you make $5,000 a piece off those leads. Is that like 10 grand? You can put the $3,000 towards the bill and then put the 7. Or please do not be the weirdo that goes use money for your bills. Please don't. I'm telling you guys, perform on your debt obligations. I know I said pay, but debt obligations are paid through actual signature. Please hear me out. Just do that. Do as I'm telling you guys. Do your due diligence and actually what interest is. But that is how you can take just a nugget of time frame and place it into something that's productivity and actually return of actual profit from it. It's not rocket science. It's math. Obviously, you can see I'm on a live recording and I'm not the greatest Einstein. I don't even want to compare to Einstein. I don't compete there. I don't compete in the scientific realm. I don't compete anywhere else. I just know I'm really great at real estate. I just know that when I call individuals and I talk to them and I hear their challenges and they say things to me like, oh, well, I own 2 lots of lands and I want to sell my house. Well, it sounds like I can rent out your lots in the backyard and put some tents back there and make sure that you guys are making some money and we keep that thing cash flowing on the Airbnb, put some nice tikis and some floaters back there and rent that thing out for like $30 a night on an air mattress. I know that's some income, but you weren't getting it before. But it's created value. So I know I can create value. So if I want to turn my time and exchange it for value, which is like the most weirdest thing ever, you can exchange with only 24 hours you have in your life, and then if you're 16, you're up, and 8, you're asleep. You can only make so much money if you're working a 9 to 5. But if I'm making infinite amount of money through my infinite amount of money system, I can make $50,000 in just several phone calls. And over time, I'm getting better and better and better and better and better. I'm calling these individuals and I'm cutting it in half. I'm calling these individuals. I'm cutting them in half. Here's why I'm cutting them in half. I'm cutting the lead base of individuals from the chaff from the wheat, so that I can use the wheat to produce more dough or produce more flour or more bread. I want to be in a position where I'm not talking to thousands of individuals on a daily basis. I want to narrow in and niche into a specific department or hone into a specific problematic property that is going to provide me a sumptuous amount of money, or at least just cover bases of living. I know you guys want to live the whole humble life kind of thing, and that's cool. That's great. That's for you guys. I want to live the fruitful lifestyle. You get it? So the fruitful lifestyle is not humble. A fruit that is humble does not grow. Simple as said. You go and do your research and define what humble is, and you come back to me, and then we can talk. All right. But for now, there is no living humble when you're fruitful. You're living fruitful through the humility of knowing. That's about as humility as you're gonna get. All right. Let's get on to the next one. I like these talks. I gotta do more of these. I could guys, put me on TED Talk. Put me on TED. Somebody at the director of TED. Tell them to put me on TED Talk. Oh my gosh. Market video here today. The Tuesday, July 16, 2024. I am Urban Malachi-RESEAN will be on TED Talk. I said it here and I said it live. You guys are gonna be able to run this one back. All right, guys. I have another lead in which I have to do some due diligence into. I have to search their name. They no longer live at this property, from what I can tell. So I have to use the skip tracing. Of course, I'm using fast search to search the lead to find this individual, and I believe I have a number now. And I need that number so that I can ensure that I'm getting the decision maker. So. Again, check out the other episodes. There are going to be more episodes that are coming in which we will use to show you guys how this works. See, you can look at my handsome face and the screen.
Hello?
Hello, may I speak to Miss Roswin?
We don't have a Rosalind here.
Oh,
You have the wrong number.
Rosemary. Yikes! Get the people's name right. That's screechy when you get their name wrong and they're like, Rosemary.
Hi, we can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Oh, there's no name. Shucks. All right. Devious triple tap. You know how I do it.
Hi, we can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Hi, my name is Malachi with evimeriaexpresshomes, calling in concerns to speak with Miss Rosemary Bagnell. My apologies if this may not be her, but if this is, I would like to speak to her in concerns of the property located at 500 East Church Street. Curious if you are still interested in selling the property, as I'm still buying a few properties in that area. I would like to discuss what kind of options that may be available to you. If you are, best case contact number for me is 202-878-3736. Once again, that number is 202-878-3736. It'd be greatly appreciated and hope to hear from you in due time. Take care. Bye. All right. Why did I call her back? Because she yes, I slaughtered her name. I feel absolutely nothing about it. And I want to make sure that I got the right individual. I want to make sure if she's not her, then I'll move on. But if that's her, then I want to make sure she knows I'm giving her an option that no one else is out there is going to give her. And especially if the property's in the position to be sold, I want to be that individual to buy it. And I would do all the yes, I'm sorry that I need to, so I can go and see where I can provide value at. Because she's not looking for a sorry. She's not looking for an apology. She just want to make sure she's addressed correctly. That's all. She want to make sure that she has, if she is her, if that is the owner, you want to make sure that you are addressing the property owner correctly. You want to make sure people enjoy hearing their name. That's how I always get people to answer the phone and speak to me. They are hearing their name from an individual. Like, how the heck do you know my name? How do you know where I live? Oh my gosh, what are you? A creep? No, your information is public. And because your information is public, I can use that information, that open public database. Thank you, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, that we have access to this information. No pun intended. All right. I'm only almost certain that's her, but we shall move. This is Sparta. Gotta keep moving forward, guys. I'll tell you guys, I'm giving you guys like a trip dose today, and I'm definitely I like these like mid-evening kind of calls. Anyhow, thank you guys if you're viewing. Please like, comment, subscribe. We are here doing our 90-day cold calling challenge. You guys are able to see me have fun with what I'm doing. Cold calling individuals, letting them know that we have a solution to solve their challenge in exchange for ownership control of the property. Which may it be in the event that they decide to want to sell it to us, then you guys get to see that live here on screen. If not, I get to call them off screen and tell them, hey, look, why didn't you sell to me while I'm... No, I don't say any of that, guys. Please don't. Please, satire. Please take that as complete satire. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure this. This is a property lead that I'm going to do some due diligence in first. I have to see if this lead is still on our team's foreclosure list or pre-foreclosure list, so I don't call their lead because I think I did that earlier and I didn't notate it. So I want to make sure if I do call the lead, I do notate it or just completely don't use those leads at all. I do want to use fresh leads too because I enjoy talking to people fresh. Follow-up calls are great. Please do follow up with your clients at all times. It is imperative to. I know I said like 3 different things in that one sentence, but all 3 still are factuals. Three different tasks. Got to keep my people perspicacious. My unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in any human endeavor. I'll say that again, slower for you guys, further in the back that you can't hear or just illiterate. My unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in any human endeavor. Take speech. Dicky.
Please leave your message for
Eddie. Now.
All right, we got the right one. Hello, may I speak to Mr. McLand, please? Sure, my name is Malachi with evimeriaexpresshomes. How you doing this evening, sir? Hello? Yes, sir. Are you able to hear me? That was interesting. Interesting, disturbing.
Please leave your message for
Eddie. Now.
Good evening, Mr. Eddie. This is Malachi calling with evimeriaexpresshomes. I'm calling in concerns of your property on Walnut Avenue. I was curious if you still own the property, as I'm still buying a few more properties in the area and would like for this to be one of them. If you can give me a call back at my number, we can discuss your options. Best case number for me is 202-878-3736. Once again, the number is 202-878-3736. It'd be greatly appreciated and hope to hear from you in due time. Take care. Bye. All right, short, sweet, to the point. Want to get him his information or get the information over to him. Relay the kind of interesting. It sounds like he was just waking up too, so it could be something as well. I might run this all the way out to 9 o'clock, guys. I'm serious. I might run this. I like this one. I think I started at a good time, around like that something-ish timing-ish, and then run this out to about something was later the evening, without putting durations on things. All right, we got a voicemail. We left them a voicemail. Send them a text. I don't have an email for them. So what I'm going to do is put this one out a couple days, because he did answer the phone, but it sounded like he was waking up or something. I don't know. I was a little freaked out, but the voicemail and the way they answered just completely separated.
Hi, you've reached Christine. Sorry I missed your call. Hi, you've reached Christine. Sorry I missed your...
All right, it's going straight to voicemail. So, devious triple tap, call it at that, and we're going to go to the next one.
Hi, you've reached Christine. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name and number, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye.
Good evening, Christine. This is Malachi with evimeriaexpresshomes, calling concerns of your property on South Elwood Avenue. I was curious if you were still interested in selling the property, as I'm still buying a few more properties in the Baltimore area. If you'd like to discuss your options, best case contact for me is 202-878-3736. Once again, I would not finish putting my number in there. How rude. Voicemail was like, you're done here, son. Ooh, this wasn't even in a lead. This was a task. Curious, why was the task in a lead? It beats me. Oh, no, it didn't. I think I just may have misplaced it. There we go. So I don't see it anywhere else, so. It may have just been on big. I got big thumbs, fat fingered it. Something's more of a nuance than waking up or being hit at 9 o'clock with like a bunch of calls, because I'm pleased all of them from not being at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But guys, don't do that. I'm trying to help you guys out. Save you guys some of the heartache and pains. Thank you guys. If you're still viewing me, please like, comment, subscribe. Please, if you're enjoying this information, you're open to have a commentary. I've learned that I can post comments and say hello, like saying hi on Kyle. Oh, that's if he's even still watching. God darn it. I don't think he's watching. I can't send it now. I think that's why I can't send it. Darn it. Should have sent it when he was watching. Ooh, all right. Let's call this person. I think. Let's see if they're still on the list first. And guys, let me know if this is actually like getting to you guys to be able to like if this is a lot better. Let me know if this timing works for you guys better. If this timing that I started this evening, I'm actually surprised today that I had the timing to come on a little earlier. I'm more normally like more freer around these times. I sincerely feel like all the people that I used to kick off the internet back in the day are coming back for like vengeance, because that's like the third, fourth time that you guys aren't like you guys can't kill me. It's hard. I'm hard to kill. Like you keep cutting live streams off. I'm gonna come back harder, stronger, and more robust every single time. And more drink in my cup. All right, what do you say we get on and get going on this this challenge, shall we?
A mailbox belonging to Buddy.
All right, buddy. You're answering home.
A mailbox belonging. A mailbox belonging to Buddy is full and cannot accept new messages at this time. Please try again later.
Wow, all you sellers, you investors who flooded one of my leads. I swear I just left a voicemail like earlier in the week for this person. But all of it is may. We're gonna shoot them a text, let them know what I'm calling about, and we're gonna get this thing rolling, guys. I'm gonna put this thing in hyper gear for you guys. Yeah, you ready? Buckle your seatbelt. Got it? That's how you put your seatbelt on. For all you weirdos that are listening to the nauseating sounds of the beeping that goes on when you're not having your seatbelt on, the is for you. Okay, that one was for you, and I meant it. I meant it from the heart. Start making y'all walk. All right, let's see. Make sure I put these names in here correctly. Ah, man, I love doing this. Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me. Hey, if they got to call somebody in the White House to provide value for America, why not me? Make sure y'all put that on a ballot sheet. bet you this thing came on now, didn't it? Oh, it still didn't come on. Boy, I'm gonna take all my Apple products and be like, yo, y'all need to do something with this. You guys let me know if you guys know how to operate the iMac Apple M3, because I'm having the darnest time with version 14 on this 24-inch. This is absolutely absurd. I don't know why the miscombobulations. I'm having troubles with the computer, and then when I try to connect it to my tablet, my Apple tablet, it's having the darnest of times. The connectivity in it, and I don't know if it's a shortage in the cord, and I know it's not the shorting in the cords. It could certainly be the shorting of the cords. I know somebody gonna put in the comments, "Is it your cords? Is that why it's not charging, bro?" These are like Mac chargers, bro. Mac chargers and iPad chargers. Like there should be no excuses of why I can't get on. It's a Mac. It's Mac. It's Apple. It's an Apple. Apple. You should not be letting Steve Jobs up like this. Ooh. Hey, Tay, if you're watching this, your sellers are wanting to really move forward, but they're saying we want to move forward with it. They're saying that we are just asking for verification of funds. It's like, do you want to sell or do you not want to sell? Because verifying my funds is closing on your house. And I said that. You want to see my funds? Check it in your bank account. It's in your bank account, baby. Yes, I talk to these people like that. Don't let this compute. Don't let these cameras, these four corners. I live inside the four corners. Trust me. Trust me. I live in the four corners. But best believe. Oh my gosh! Now I'm connected again. That is so annoying. But best believe. I talk to these people just like this. In my domain. Ooh, pardon me. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, gracious. Parched. I want to move. I would like to move forward. You want to move forward? All right, sign the agreement. So that's all the moving forward we need to do. Sign the agreement, get a title examination. By the time examination come back, we know we can buy your property. You got more on there that you ain't telling me about is obviously what's going on here. After I told you to go put it on the market, I'm at this point going to need you to. You're going to have to motivate me to buy the house. Motivate me. Motivate me. You got to move. If you're motivated to sell, motivate me. If you're a motivated seller, you got to motivate me. I love when people say, I'm not a motivated seller. You ain't motivated. You ain't motivated selling. Why are you asking people to leave go out your home? Come on now. If somebody's not interested, I'm like, no, I'm not interested now. Then I would say, okay, that's fine. You can tell when a person's not interested in selling. Oh, sorry, Kyle. I still got your comment up there, dude. Huh. I got to learn how to do the actionable things in this little device here. I like that. Bang! Just like that. We on cue with it. We on cue. Got to make sure that shows up in my algorithms to show that it was movement going on there. That's how you get the algorithms. That's how we're gonna be in China, you guys, because I do all the cool stuff in my videos. I don't do the straight sitting and broadcasting. Like I could do that too, but that's not me. We make trillions of dollars. We're different here. Trillionaires in the making, baby. Y'all see what it says? Don't you ever forget. I know you guys have me in your headphones like, oh my gosh, please don't do that again. My ears are bleeding. Let's see if last call. Oh my gosh, this clock is running down. I need to make more calls. Gotta make more calls, guys. Gotta make more calls. Gotta make more calls. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, guys, I got a puppy. And I know you guys can hear him. I have a pooch, and yes, they're fairly young. So they hear me in here, and they hear me screaming. So they want to know if I'm okay. And they can't hear because they're in their room, and I'm in my office.
Please leave your message for 757. Please leave your message for 7575. Please leave your message for 75753583117.
Good evening. My name is Malachi-RESEAN. I'm with evimeriaexpresshomes. I'm calling in concern of your property located at 248 in Jonathan's Way. There is an auction set for July the 30th at 15:30 on this date. I was hoping that I can contact you within due time so that we can discuss your options. If you guys want to keep and stay in the property, then we can accommodate you in that manner. If you would like to take the property off your shoulders, then we can also accommodate you in that manner too. It is truly up to you. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, am I speaking to either Mr. Eric or Venus Hyman?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Malachi. I'm with evimeriaexpresshomes. How you doing this evening?
It's where?
evimeriaexpresshomes. How you doing this evening?
Okay.
I noticed that there was a foreclosure that was coming up on July 30th. Had you had an opportunity to speak with your lender?
Yeah.
Have they given you any options?
Yes.
What kind of options have they came up with?
Hey, I can't talk right now, sir. Can I call you back tomorrow?
Sure. What time works best for you? I can be freed up in the mornings.
Like 9 o'clock in the morning. Is that good?
9 o'clock tomorrow on the 17th. You know what? That's good for me. I'll call you then.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. And Mr. Venice, correct?
No, I'm Eric.
I'm
Hyman. No,
Mr. Eric.
No, it's not Venice. It's Venice.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
With the V.
What's the name of your company?
Sure, evimeriaexpresshomes. What I'll do is I'll send you at the end of this call. I'll send you a text with my business card information, and I'll call you tomorrow at 9, and we can talk a little more about your options. Okay?
You have a website?
It'll be all in the link.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye bye. That's how you do it. You're as cold as do it. Got a 9 o'clock setting for tomorrow. I'm glad he said 9 o'clock because I would have been like, 9:30 is really when I start my diary calls. I don't like talking to people in the morning. 9:30. Call me 9:30. Can I call you 9:30? 9:30 works better for me. I probably should have tossed it to him. I got a 9:30 too. I'm gonna push all my 9s just for this guy. You guys see how that works? He says yes. I gotta move where all my appointments move when I have that. It's just it happens that way, you Now, I have individuals in which will completely understand what I am meaning by that. So I have my darling little pooch who is obviously wanting to be a part of this here live call. So I want to go tend to them. But if you guys just bear with me for just another 10-15 minutes, I'm going to be back and I'm going to let them out. And you know what? I'll do the full 2 hours tonight. I'm going to do the dash tonight. We're going to do 2 hours this evening. And I want to make sure I bring you guys sufficient amount of value because you guys been with me for 2 hours on this live call. This is a live call special. And if you guys want to jump on the live with me and do some phone calls too, that'd be pretty cool to do. It's a 90-day challenge. And I want to see what you guys got. If you guys got, something up under the hood that I want to see, show it. Don't just hide it. Show it. Bring it on the live stream. Let's see. We're a community here. We're not about competition. All of us are obviously lovers, not fighters. Some of us, not all of us. Apparently. Whatever. But guys, I'll be back and I shall return. Give me like 10-15 minutes. I'm going to return on this call. It's not going to be a live stream call for my broadcasting, but this one is going to be live. This is just simply for the 90-day cold calling challenge. The next part is just a recess session of this call here, but it will be live and it will be recorded, but I will not post it. So thank you guys for viewing. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please refer this to a friend who could use this. If you guys are watching me, this is day number 8, I suppose, and this is episode number 12. With that being noted, thank you guys again for coming and viewing me. I am having terrific amounts of fun. If you can't tell, I'm having an astounding time here. Calling property owners and helping solve their challenge in exchange for ownership and control of their property. And without further more, I wanted to let you guys know that if you just call one more person today than you did yesterday, then you could be in a better position that you are in today than tomorrow. So do it today so that your tomorrow is secured, so that it matters more in the future, because the decisions that you make for the future the decisions that you made in your past are what got you to where you are today. And because of the decisions you make today or the present are the decisions that are going to be the lasting decisions, rather if you're going to be actually proud of those decisions in the future. So that is dictated off of what you do today. There's decisions because of the decisions that you made today, whether you're going to be proud or not, are going to happen in the future. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I shall return in the shortest convenience. No later than like 10-15 minutes. We'll do like a rounding with last phone calls for the evening, just for fun. And I'm taking a guest on if you guys are open to doing some phone calls. Don't mind it. Bring your leads if you got them. It will not be going up. This one is going up. The next one will not be. So I do appreciate you guys. If you guys gained any value out of this, any resources out of this, please by all means comment, like, subscribe. Push my algorithms up. If you don't like it, just say it in the comments. Don't be a weirdo. Let me know how you really feel. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, please ask them. We do take them. Please, if you are in need of any scripts, let me know. We will give you access to the evimeriaexpresshomes library so that you can have access to those and you can see how we utilize and do our vetting for our sales that have created massive success here in our company as well. So without further more, I do thank you guys for the evening. Have a terrific evening until next time. Take care. Carpe diem.